Hi friends, I am Mallikarjun Rao Chunchu, lecturer in chemistry. Now we shall discuss important topic in chemical equilibrium, that is degree of dissociation or extent of dissociation. First of all, we must know what is dissociation. Dissociation means breakdown, decomposition or breakdown of a large complex molecule into simpler molecules is called decomposition or dissociation. For example, take reactant molecule X, large molecule X. Now it is decomposed to simpler molecules like Y and Z. Okay, so initially we have taken A moles of reactant. At that time no more products. After some time, out of A moles, B moles are decomposed. So we get B moles of products each. So here, out of A moles, B moles decomposed. Now the ratio of the number of moles of compound decomposed by the total number of moles of compound taken initially is called degree of dissociation or extent of dissociation. The fraction of total number of moles of compound decomposed at certain temperature is called degree of dissociation or extent of dissociation. So, degree of dissociation is equal to number of moles of compound dissociated that is B moles by total number of moles of compound taken initially. That is A. Now this ratio is called degree of dissociation or extent of dissociation. So it is denoted by letter alpha or sometimes X. If whatever number of moles taken initially is completely decomposed to products, all the moles taken initially are completely decomposed to product, then the degree of dissociation value is equal to unity. But in many cases, all the moles of reactant compound taken is not completely decomposed. Some moles were left as a residue. In such cases, degree of dissociation is always less than unity. In the case of reversible reactions, the degree of dissociation value is always less than 1. Okay, now we shall see how to calculate degree of dissociation value from the vapor density or molecular weights. Okay, let us see a reversible reaction. See this reversible reaction. AN is a complex, large complex molecule which is decomposed to N moles of simpler molecules A. Okay, as per the stoichiometric equation, 1 mole is decomposed to form N moles of simpler molecules. N moles. Okay, so initially in the beginning we start with 1 mole of reactant molecule, 1 mole. At the time no more products are formed. Only 1 mole is taken in the reaction mixer. 1 mole is present in the vessel. Okay, so let alpha is the degree of dissociation. Out of 1 mole, alpha moles of compound are decomposed to products. Now how much is left at equilibrium? So alpha moles were decomposed. Now 1 minus alpha moles of AN is left. So if 1 mole is decomposed, N moles are formed. Alpha moles on decomposition gives n alpha moles of A, simpler molecules A, n alpha moles. Okay, this is at equilibrium state. Now let us see the number of moles initially, initial number of moles. Initial number of moles. How many moles are taken initially? Initially we have taken 1 mole of reactant molecule AN. So initial number of moles are 1 mole. At equilibrium, out of 1 mole, alpha moles are decomposed. Alpha is the degree of dissociation. Alpha moles were decomposed. Now, so number of moles formed at equilibrium, number of moles at equilibrium state. At equilibrium, how many moles are formed? Here, the number of moles of AN are 1 minus alpha. Number of moles of A simpler molecules are N alpha. So, you can rearrange this as 1 plus N alpha minus alpha. Now, take alpha as common, that equal to 1 plus N minus 1 alpha. These are the number of moles at equilibrium state. Total number of moles of reactants and products in the reaction mixer at equilibrium state. Now, we know that as per Avogadro's law, equal volumes of all gases contain equal number of molecules under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. So here the temperature and pressure are constant. Volume of given mass of gas is directly proportional to its number of moles at given conditions of temperature and pressure. This is Avogadro's law. So here 1 mole under given conditions, 1 mole of gas occupies a volume of V liters. Under these reaction conditions, 1 mole of gas occupies a volume of V liters. Now initial volume, what is the initial volume? Initial volume, that is initially we have taken AN, this is a gaseous reaction. Gaseous, the reactants and products are in gaseous state. So AN occupies a volume, here it is 1 mole, so it occupies a volume of V liters. V liters volume. And volume at equilibrium, volume of gaseous mixture at equilibrium. Since 1 mole occupies a volume of V liters, so number of moles at equilibrium state are 1 plus N minus 1 alpha moles. So therefore, total volume of reaction mixture at equilibrium state is 1 plus N minus 1 alpha into V liters. This is the volume at equilibrium state. Now, we know the vapor density. What is meant by vapor density? So, it is the ratio of density of a gas to the density of hydrogen gas under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. The ratio between, so vapor density is nothing but ratio between density of gas divided by density of hydrogen gas under similar conditions of temperature and pressure. So vapor density is equal to molecular weight by 2. This is already derived. Okay, molecular weight by 2. So here vapor density of a gas is inversely proportional to its volume. So under given conditions of temperature and pressure, vapor density of a gas is inversely proportional to its volume. Initial vapor density, that is nothing but theoretically calculated vapor density. So how do you calculate the vapor density initially? From the molecular weight of AN reactant. The reactant is AN initially. It's from this molecular weight you can calculate vapor density. Molecular weight of AN divided by 2 gives vapor density initially, that is theoretically calculated vapor density. Theoretically calculated vapor density, that is taken as capital D. That is initially. So only reactant exists in the container. At that condition, the vapor density is capital D. Okay. So here theoretically calculated vapor density initially is inversely proportional to initial volume. The initial volume is V liters. Okay, this is equation 1. And after attaining equilibrium state, the volume is 1 plus n minus 1 into alpha into V liters. This is the volume at equilibrium state. Now, the observed vapor density at equilibrium state. Since some of the large molecule is converted into simpler molecules which have lesser molecular weight, automatically there is a change in the vapor density of formed products. The average vapor density that is observed at equilibrium state, it is denoted by small d. So, observed vapor density at equilibrium, it is denoted by letter small d. This is the this is the vapor density of the mixture at equilibrium. Okay, so this vapor density is inversely proportional to volume of the gaseous mixture at equilibrium. At equilibrium, this volume is 1 plus n minus 1 into alpha into V liters. This is the observed volume at equilibrium state. This is equation 2. Okay. So this is observed vapor density at equilibrium. Now let us see the ratio, the equation 1 by equation 2. So equation 1 by equation 2, that is capital D by small d equal to 1 by V by 1 by 1 plus n minus 1 alpha into V. Okay. So here V get cancelled. Therefore, capital D by small d equal to 1 plus n minus 1 into alpha. You can bring 1 to this side. Therefore, d by small d minus 1 equal to n minus 1 into alpha. On taking LCM, you can write capital D minus small d by small d equal to n minus 1 into alpha. So therefore, alpha equal to capital D by small d into n minus 1. So this is the formula to find out the extent of dissociation or degree of dissociation at equilibrium state under given conditions of temperature and pressure. Here alpha is degree of dissociation or extent of dissociation. Capital D is initial vapor density, that is theoretically calculated vapor density from the molecular weight of AN molecule. And small d is observed vapor density at equilibrium state. And N is the number of moles of product formed on dissociation of 1 mole of reactant. So here 1 mole of reactant gives N moles of product. That is why we have taken N. Suppose 2 moles of reactant on decomposition gives 3 moles of product. So 2 moles are giving 3 moles of product. So how many moles are produced from decomposition of 1 mole? 1 mole on decomposition gives 3 by 2 moles of product. That is nothing but 1.5 moles. Here N value becomes 1.5. So finally, N is nothing but the number of moles of product formed by decomposition of 1 mole of reactant is taken as N value. Okay. Now By knowing this, you can find out the degree of dissociation. Okay, this is the formula. Now this is related to, alpha value is related to molecular weight also. So vapor density, we know that vapor density is equal to molecular weight by 2. Initial vapor density, that is theoretically calculated vapor density, is equal to molecular weight of AN by 2. So here initial, that is gram molecular weight of AN is taken as capital M by 2. Okay, and small d is average molecular weight of gaseous mixture at the equilibrium state. Average molecular weight of gaseous mixture at equilibrium state, that is taken as small m by 2. So substitute these capital M by 2 and small m by 2 in the place of capital D and small d, so that you can get alpha equal to capital M by 2 minus small m by 2 divided by small m by 2 into n minus 1. So that is also written as like this, capital M minus small m by small m into n minus 1. So this is another formula to find out degree of dissociation, where capital M is theoretically calculated molecular weight. That is nothing but molecular weight of the initial reactant molecule, reactant compound molecular weight is capital M. And small m is average molecular weight of gaseous mixture at equilibrium state. And n is the number of moles of product formed by decomposition of 1 mole of reactant. So this is about formula to find out degree of dissociation. By using this formula, you can able to find out degree of dissociation value or percentage of dissociation. Okay, so now we shall see one problem so that you get more clarity about degree of dissociation. Now let us see a reversible reaction in gaseous state, that is N2O4 molecule in gaseous state is decomposed to NO2 molecules in gaseous state. This is the reversible reaction at equilibrium state, and observed vapor density at equilibrium state is, observed vapor density is 30 at certain temperature. At certain temperature, the observed vapor density of this reaction mixture is 30, and you are asked to find out what is the percentage of degree of dissociation. Now this is the observed vapor density, that means small d. What is the capital D value? Theoretically calculated vapor density. Theoretically calculated vapor density is nothing but gram molecular weight of N2O4 divided by 2, molecular weight by 2. So gram molecular weight of N2O4 is 92 by 2 equal to 46. 46 is the observed, theoretically calculated vapor density, that is capital D, and observed vapor density small d is taken as 30. So from these two values you can find out alpha value. So by substituting in this equation, so substitute them. Substitute what is the alpha equal to capital D minus small d by small d into n minus 1. So therefore, what is the capital D value? 46. Small d is 30. And small d 30 into, what is the n value for this? Here 1 mole of N2O4 is decomposed to form 2 moles of NO2. So here 1 mole is giving 2 moles. Therefore n value is 2 here. So n value is 2. 2 minus 1. Therefore 16 by 30, that equal to 0.533. This is nothing but degree of dissociation. And percentage of degree of dissociation, percentage of dissociation is obtained by multiplying alpha value with 100, that is 0.533 into 100, that equal to 53.3%. This is the percentage of dissociation at equilibrium state that is obtained from the values of vapor density values. Okay. Now, you can see another way of problems, calculating the problems. For same equilibrium, or otherwise you can take another equilibrium, PCl5 gaseous state dissociated to PCl3 and Cl2 gas. Here 1 mole is changes to 1 mole of PCl3, 1 mole of Cl2, total altogether 2 moles are formed from 1 mole of reactant. Here N value equal to 2. Okay. So here the theoretically calculated vapor density, so theoretically calculated vapor density equal to capital D, and observed vapor density value at equilibrium state is small d. And if graph is drawn between, if a graph is drawn between degree of dissociation and capital D by small d along the x-axis. So, the degree of dissociation versus capital D by small d. Degree of dissociation taken along the y-axis. Capital D by small d value is plotted along the x-axis. Now, the graph is like this. This is the point A. And you are asked to find out the value of capital D by small d at the point A. Okay. So, how to find out the value of capital D by small d at the point A? So, the alpha value corresponding to the point A is, what is the value? Origin 0. So, you can write this alpha equal to capital D by small d into n minus 1. So, alpha equal to capital D by capital D minus small d into what is the n value? 2 minus 1. Here 1 mole is converted to 2 moles. So, that equal to alpha equal to d by small d minus 1. So, since alpha value equal to 0, capital D by small d minus 1. So, therefore, capital D by small d value is equal to 1. This is 1 at point A. Okay, at the point A, capital D by small d value is equal to unity. So, like this, so many problems are given. You can able to find out using this formula for degree of dissociation. This is nothing but observed vapor density. This is theoretically calculated vapor density minus observed vapor density divided by observed vapor density into n minus 1. Okay. Like this you can find out the various problems. I hope all of you understand well. Okay. Practice these problems based on this formula. Okay. Now we shall meet with another video. Bye.